Well, hi everyone, I'm Jose Ferreira, the founder and CEO of Knewton, and it's very nice to see you today. And we're very happy to have with us Hima Bindu, who is the Associate Director of Admissions for Indian School of Business, ISB. So we're going to talk a little bit about ISB, obviously, and also the global economy, the global MBA, some of the differences between global MBAs and US MBAs, and whatever else strikes your fancy. So, Hima, thanks very much for coming by.
Welcome, Josh, and it's a pleasure being here.
Great, great. So, could you just tell us a little bit about ISB and your, your history and so on and so forth?
ISB is a very young school which was started in around 2001, and it's the 15th ranked school this year by the Financial Times London, which is the highest ranking for a younger school in the world. And it is a very interesting school built with a lot of passion. And we have three divisions. One is the Center for Executive Education, which is the topmost in Asia as far as executive education turnover is concerned. And we have the research centers, which are known as centers of innovation. These are in the areas of marketing, finance, and entrepreneurship, technology, emerging markets. All these fields, research is done in the Indian and Southeast Asian platforms.
That happens at ISB?
At ISB. And the third is the one-year full-time residential program at ISB, which starts April and finishes April.
So the traditional MBA program?
It is a traditional program, but it is 1 year. Mm-hmm. We have 8 terms of 6 weeks each. The first 4 terms are the core terms, which is a typical 2-year program's first year's curriculum. And the second 4 terms are the electives, which is the second year program. Mm-hmm. In a 2-year program, you probably have a summer break, a winter break, and an internship. But these frills are done away with at ISB, and it's a back-to-back, no term breaks, starting April till April. It's a 52-week program.
Right. True.
These are the 3 main divisions of ISB. One thing which is very, very interesting and different about the school is it was built with a mindset to develop research in the emerging markets. So whatever you study at ISB is straight from research developed at these centers of excellence. Probably you know the amount of coke that is being sold in Cincinnati, but probably the amount of mineral water being sold in a slum in India is as much as that. But there is no research which has been done. So the school particularly has this center doing research in such aspects. So next time a company wants to start and market these products or access this database, we have it in our research centers. For example, the number of mobile phones sold. If you have a below $50 mobile phone, probably the market size is as big as 1 country's in the world. Those are the type of numbers you have in India. And these research centers are delving into these different aspects of products, markets, and potential of the markets.
So that helps students because of the MBA program, because you're getting better research in terms of in a more global education.
Absolutely.
And presumably because the kinds of companies you're partnering with to do that research with are then recruiting on campus.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit more about those kinds of companies and so forth?
We have around 325 companies who come to recruit at ISB, but they're probably, if you look at the board of directors at ISB, it's probably literally the who's who of the corporate world in the world. And we associate with a lot of these companies in a lot of research. To give you one example, in fact, we have this Goldman Sachs Foundation, Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women Entrepreneurs, where Goldman Sachs has given funds to ISB to train around 10,000 women entrepreneurs in India to start small and medium enterprises, to develop entrepreneurship, because they see potential in these things. And there's so many different things like that. The 3G spectrum bidding, the paper was written at ISB, and there are many emerging market projects which are happening, a hole in the wall concept which works with the social sector, how to educate students in favelas and slums in India by putting a computer in each slum. These are so many different projects that happen.
Where do your students typically come from, and where do they typically go to, demographically and geographically?
Currently, most of our students are of Indian origin or Indian nationality. We only have 5 to 10% of students who are truly international and come from abroad. But very interesting to know that around 1/3 of our applicants come from Europe or US, but are of Indian origin.
Right.
They're working here.
Yeah, we've seen some of those here at Knewton. We've had some candidates who are.
Yes.
I was just on the phone with one of our students the other day who's born and raised in Canada, of Indian origin, and she and her husband are back there now. He's working on a project. Neither of them was born in India. They're both Indian. Yeah. And so she's looking at business schools, and she's just now, since she's been in India for the last year, kind of working,
Sure.
she began to consider ISB as well, whereas before she was just thinking about Western schools.
ISB is a very, very good option for students because our associate schools are Wharton, Kellogg and London Business School. And we have over 30 permanent faculty and over 100 visiting faculty.
So what does that mean, the associate schools? Because Kellogg, Wharton, LBS are obviously great names. And so what is the nature of that relationship?
Good. When the school was started around 2000, they wanted to build a world-class top-ranked school in India. They saw the potential there. And how do you make a dream come true fast? So you tie up with the best people in the business. Kellogg, Wharton and London Business School. Kellogg for its marketing, Wharton for its finance, and London Business School for its leadership and strategy. So the partnership works in such a way that curriculum, best practice models are there, as well as the faculty from these 3 schools comes and teaches at ISB. And we have something called area leaders. The area leaders in each subject at ISB are headed by one of the professors from these 3 associate schools. And the deans of these schools sit on the board of ISB, as well as they guide us and mentor us on how to do it. And at the same time, these schools use our centers of excellence to do any research they want in India. The professors from these schools, if they have specific projects which are based in India, they come teach there, at the same time do the research there. In so many ways it is associated together.